So a little bit of a peek behind the curtain here. I'm recording this episode on the evening of April 9th. The Famidaily for the original Derby Stallion will be posted on June 5th. The turnaround on Derby Stallion Zengokuban was so fast that I'm still 2 months out from posting the video on the original game. How did ASCII turn this one around so fast? Well, it's because Derby Stallion Zengokuban is almost entirely a roster update. That's right, horse racing games can have rosters. Okay, in fairness, they did make one other change. They got rid of the main menu that you kept having to go back to, and instead replaced it with a calendar at the bottom of the screen that you use to advance time, and a menu of locations that you bring up by hitting A when you don't have anything selected. And isn't a marginally improved interface well worth 7,200 yen? The reason that Derby Stallion got a roster update is one of the big selling points of the game. Most of the horses that you encounter are real Japanese race horses. Not the ones that you raise, of course, but the ones you encounter on the track, and the sires and dams of the horses that you buy and breed, they're all actual real-life race horses. So basically this cartridge is updating all of their stats for the 1992 season. Or as the title implies, it's pulling in racehorses from all over the country. Because this is a roster update, I am going to be brief in describing the game. Derby Stallion Zengokuban puts you in charge of a horse ranch. When you start the game, you're given 15 million yen, you have one mare, and it costs 100,000 yen per horse per month to maintain your ranch. Your first task is to get a horse that you can race. This will take several years. You can choose to either have your mare bred, or purchase a 1-year-old horse. These options are only available during the month of April, and what horses are available change every week, so you better hope something useful comes up before the month is out. If you choose to breed your horse, then it takes 1 year before it's born. If you choose to buy a horse, then it goes to your paddock immediately, but you still have to wait at least a year before you can start training it. You're going to be burning through cash until you can get that horse racing. So how do you make money in the meantime? Well, you go to the track and you bet on the races, of course. There are 2 races held every week that you can bet on, and you can place a maximum of 100,000 yen for any bet. So you can bet up to 100,000 yen on any given horse to win, and place multiple 100,000 yen bets. You will have to win at gambling in order to get enough money to stay in business for those first few years. Once a horse reaches 3 years old, then you can put it out for training, and there you select what type of training you want to do, and once you're satisfied, you can put it into a race. There's one more improvement that they've made for Zengokuban. They've doubled the number of horses that you're allowed to train at once. So now you can have a much larger ranch. Derby Stallion's a fairly popular series in Japan, but I really don't see anybody singling out this version as something special. I think most Derby Stallion fanatics go after the later games. If you really, really love Japanese horse racing, then Derby Stallion is the series for you. And technically, this is an improvement over the previous Famicom version. If you wanted to play one of the 8-bit versions, then this is the one to play. But I think later games in the series smooth over a lot of the rough aspects of getting started. If you don't have good luck, and I don't just mean at the track, then you're getting a game over before you even get started. I just don't see a whole lot of reason to be interested in this particular version of Derby Stallion.